Morning everybody, how are we today? Looks like we've got a good signal today, so we should be with you on YouTube and Facebook for at least an hour. Oh, hello and good morning to, oh, there's lots of you. Margaret, Elizabeth and Mary, Christy, California, 3 o'clock in the morning over there. Morning Sheila, morning Shelley, sorry if I miss anybody. Morning Nicola, who have we got on Facebook? Once again, first in Alex, hello Alex, and Jean and Gervin, Vix. Viv, hello to you, and Angela. Aren't we busy? Okay, well, I've got a chat and a catch up, and I've got some new fabrics to show you. And then I'm going to make a fabric bowl. And this is it. And it's reversible, so it's really handy to keep things like your clips or your bobbins and threads in. And you can flip it out the other way and have it that way around if you prefer. It's ever so easy to make, it's really quick, so I might be doing a lot of talking today. I will do the video again after I've done this, so that if you don't like the chat you don't have to listen. You could, I've not done this, so I'm not recommending, but you know the cozies that you put in the microwave? But I would recommend that you use all natural fibres, so natural 100% cotton wadding and cotton thread and cotton fabric of course as well, but I haven't actually tried that. But it's a nice idea as well if you've got hot soup that you're taking out the microwave, or you've got a hot mug, or you're carrying something from one room to another, or you're serving something hot, because it stops it burning your hands, doesn't it? Sarah, I don't think we're going to move. It's got to the stage where March we were trying to put all this into place. We've got very frustrated people that want to move in here, and we're frustrated wanting to move in there, and nothing's happening. So we're having a chat over the weekend and thinking maybe we should be the ones to say let's just call it a day, because it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I might have more news on Wednesday. We're having a meeting with all concerned on Monday, so I'll let you know. I'm so glad. I'm glad you do. Morning Linda, morning Michaela. Hello Teresa in Indiana. It is, what time is it? It's gone 11, isn't it? Church bells are only just striking. A bit late today. Hi Lena from Sydney. Do you know, I came in here this morning to set up, put the heater on, it's freezing, and I'm baking now. I might have to put the air can on. Put the air can on again. Oh, thank you very much Linda, it's an old one, that one. Right, anyway, I also want to show you new things on the new website. If you've had a look, let me know what you think. The web designers are still working on it. We've gone from being quite a small website that I built years ago to a really big website with an awful lot going on behind the scenes, and it's taken a couple of weeks. Can't read the messages against your sewing machine. Have we got, did I move it out of the way? Does that help? Yeah, so there are still teething problems going on, but I wanted to show you, because you can still order, but it's things like the link to the Half Yard Club, it comes up with an error. Some of the blog posts come up with an error, but they're still working on it. 6:03 in Virginia, says Orlando. Morning Princess, morning star. Thank you, Liana. Right, so let me show you new stuff, and then I'll show you where to find it. Because I did say on Wednesday, if you're watching, we have got so many new fabrics. We've got some that you might have seen before. Actually, if all of these aren't on there now, Kim's at home this morning putting things on. Now you might have seen this one before, but we haven't sold it on its own. I love this fabric. It's taken us ages to get it back in again. So before it was in a bundle, but this time it's on its own. And I'm just imagining sewing machine mats and covers and anything for your sewing room. It's canvas, so it's a really nice quality as well. It is beautiful. On a different note, let me just take that one out the way, because we do so many different fabrics on the website. From cotton lawns and viscose and stretch fabric and fleece fabrics. This I think you're going to love. This is I'm not sure if it's poplin or a lawn. It feels like a poplin, but look at the colours on that. That's only gone on this morning. And I'm thinking, you know, a top like this, just a really simple batwing top, so something with a lovely drape to it. But isn't that fun? But if you have a look on the video that I did with making a bag out of viscose, if you put some heavy interfacing on the back of it, there's no reason why you couldn't use that for bag making or homewares or anything. But isn't that lovely? Morning Christine. Hello Helene. But for dressmaking, it's just got a beautiful kind of fluidity to it. Is that gorgeous? I'll go through these really quickly because it's normally Wednesday we do everything new. It's just that we've got so much. We've got more going on Wednesday as well. I'm glad you like it, Shelley. Oh no, Anne, okay. Sarah, it's a phase 8 one, but it's an old one, so I don't know if you can still get them now. Anne's just put the, should we, Anne, nip out now and go and get your washing in, and then you're not going to miss any sewing later. These I think you're going to love. The next Half Yard Club project at the end of the month, we're doing a cathedral window pincushion, and these are the fabrics that I used, and I adore them. Look, we've got, it's farm days, so we've got chickens and we've got sheep. I love the colours. So this is a quilting weight cotton, so it's heavier than the poplin. You could still dressmake with it if you wanted to. Stashwood Studios, it's really lovely quality, and oh, Christine, are you flirting? No, I know, thank you very much. I just think that's gorgeous. I think it's fun, and I think the colours are really, really classy. So again, I'll whiz through these quickly, then I want to show you the website and show you where to find them. This is another new one. These are all 112 centimetres wide. Prices are all on the website, can't remember what everything is. But I know, Beverly, I love that one. And pinks, peaches, it's such a really, really pretty fabric. So that's on there as well. And then look at these two. These go really nicely together. We've got jungle animals. And remember last week it was all Christmas. I can't believe how much Christmas fabric we've sold in the last week, honestly. And you still haven't told me what you're doing with it. Hi, Jean. Oh, thank you very much, Manan. Am I? Helene, we're making a bowl, not a bowel. No, it's nothing to do with the Half Yard Club. I shall put the measurements on YouTube. I'm going to refilm it after we finish this, so I'll put in this. It's a 10-inch circle. That's all it is. But I'll put all the measurements and how much fabric and everything when I re-record back early from a holiday. Were you back early? I hope that's good news that you were back early. You didn't have to come back early. I hope. I've got one Christmas to show you, which is again another new one. There's so much Christmas still there. We've sold an awful lot of Christmas, and Kim's reordered lots of stuff. So yeah, we've got lots of Christmas. That's the only one I'm going to show you today because I want to show you elephants. These again have been available in a pair, but we've got these on their own, and they are by the ½ metre as well. So if you're making curtains, quilts for a nursery or something like that, if you order more than one piece, they all come in one piece. So if you wanted to make a pair of curtains, order by the ½ yard. So if you want, by the ½ metre, sorry. So if you ordered a metre, then if you want a metre, order 2 units. Am I making any sense whatsoever this morning? It happens like that sometimes. Oh, is our Lisa there? Morning! Melissa with a purple spanner and a capital letters. Yeah, these are very cute, I think. So we've got the grey with the pink and the blue. So we've had something for Christmas and something for you for dressmaking and a little bit of homewares. I've got something for your pets next. And this is it. This is all we're going to show you. If you want to, I know I'm flicking through really quickly, but if you want a reminder of anything, then let me know. Look at these. Oh, little prints. They could be doggy paw prints. They could be cat paw prints. And it's canvas again, so it's a really thick, sturdy fabric in 2 colours. Not sure what to call that one actually. They're really unusual. And I'm thinking dog beds, cat beds, that kind of thing. I think they're lovely. Morning, Mary in Spain. Wendy's still in lockdown in Australia. Yeah, so we've got 2 colours in that, but again, it's really, really strong. So if you did want to make something for your pet, those are rather suitable. Look, I'm a magnet for thread. I've had complete strangers pulling thread off me in Waitrose before now. No, Alan, I'm going to be on to them tomorrow. I'm sure as soon as the fabric's here, they will let me know. They did say the 2nd week in August, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long. I don't think keep phoning people makes it arrive any quicker, but I will check up on Monday and see what's happening there. The bobbin walker, yeah, it was plain this morning. Actually, that's about the size of, no, a little bit smaller. She's got very dainty feet for a big dog. Amanda, Merry Christmas to you too. Eve's got a mug of tea. I haven't, oh, it's not coffee time yet, I suppose, is it? Where can I get you new books? I don't know where you are, Manan, but if you have Amazon, then you can buy from there. You can, raining, Lisa. Raining in Geneva. It's lovely here. I better get bobbin walked, hadn't I, before we go any further. Well, not now, you know. I'm not going to take my mic off and go running off with the dog. Before the rain comes, I meant. Showery in France as well, overcast in Sunderland. Ooh. Morning all, Sam. What time is it? It's gin o'clock. Not before 12, Lisa. I know you like a tipple at this time in the morning, you know, but not for me. Doesn't actually drink, does Lisa? Anyway, should we do some sewing? I'll get on with this little bowl. Melinda, I bought the top. I don't have a pattern for this one. It's pouring down in Blackpool. Thunderstorms in London. Ooh! You can probably hear the neighbours mowing the lawn here. It's like summer. Very wet in Cornwall. Oh, okay. Right, so this is really easy. And it doesn't take, oh, no, I was going to show you the website, wasn't I? Before we go any further, because I just wanted to show you, let me do that and do that, a quick little tour and where you're going to find all the new stuff. So just bear with me a second, there we go. So this is the home page. The live stream isn't actually the live stream, it's a link to YouTube. Now as you go down, you'll see what's new, and you can scroll through some of these, and of course you can click straight on them. But if you go to all new items, it comes up with an error message. This is something they're going to be working on Monday. So if you want to see all of the new items, go up to the top of the page and click on new here. And it'll take you to everything that we have. The most recent items, you can see we've got the little elephants there. There's, oh, I haven't got all of those colours here, have I? That's that paint strokes. Oh, it's a viscose. I thought it was a lawn. The multicolour viscose, there's your canvases, the jungles, and then we go on to those Christmas ones that we had the other day. There's loads of those. When you go to fabric, these have been really busy. So if you go to the fabrics at the top of the page here, and then that'll bring you up all the fabrics, and again the newest comes up first, but then down the side you've got all of your product categories. So if you just wanted to look, for instance, at, let's have a look at jersey. Click on the jersey, and up will come all of the different options that we have available for you there. Right, now when you click on them, sometimes it will come up with a box here, and sometimes the colours have been wrong, so completely ignore what's going on here. We're having all of these options taken off. What you order is what you're going to see here. So I think most of them have been corrected now, but some of the plain patterns, like the linens, oh, that's an error, see, we need to get onto that one. But you can, so the downloads doesn't work either. But you can order, just go onto the new or go onto all of the fabrics down there, and you'll be able to see whatever it is you want from there. So I'll show you how that works and what's new. So if you were a member of the previous website, if you were a subscriber, we'll already have your email details, but some of you have been having problems re-registering your password or resetting your password, because you will need to reset it. If you've had a problem, email me, and it's the customer service. Details are on the website, customerservice@debbyshawsewing.com, and I'll reset it for you. So I've got one of those to do this morning actually for I think it was Sheila. So we've only had a few, but if you need help, because you know if you can't re-register, then you can't buy anything, can you? And that's no fun. Oh, Lisa's got a new sofa. Ooh. Oh, thanks, Son. I'm glad you like it. It's a lot quicker than the previous website. And like I said, it's just so different and so bigger, and like the back end of it, there's so much more going on there, and there's so much more potential. It has taken longer than we'd hoped for to just get everything perfect. Lovely. Now we can do some sewing. We've got all of that housework out of the way. Going to make the bowl. So, just to tell you as well, you can make it. It doesn't have to be this size, and it doesn't have to be this shape. So if you wanted to change the size, maybe you wanted it deeper, or you wanted it not like this. That is exactly the same size of fabric as that one, but the darts are deeper on this one, which brings the sides in. So I'll tell you how I came up with the design as well, because you might want to do that. If you don't want this size, you want it bigger or anything like that. So that's exactly the same. It's just that these darts were wider when you pinch it in. That'll make more sense when I do it. But have a go at making one in paper first of all. So that's all I did with this one. So I measured and marked where I want these 6 darts to go, and then I simply stapled it. And I thought that's the kind of shape that I wanted. So if you wanted to make it bigger, if you wanted to make it a lot deeper, then just change the position of the darts. You can make them deeper this way as well, so you've got a long narrow like a vase holder or something like that. And then you can transfer this or use it as a pattern to make up your bowl. But if you just want to make what I've made up there, then this is how you're going to do it. So I have 2 circles of fabric, and I can't remember what this was called. It's on the website. That's the pin spot green. That one's like, is it the Cactus Collection? Can't remember. Oh, sorry, Sharon, but you can catch up later on. Thursday I'm doing his cake. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so 2 circles of fabric. These are 10-inch. And I've put H640 onto the wrong side of one of them. Again, if you're going to use these to put in the microwave, then I wouldn't use H640 because it's polyester. I would use something that is natural, like pure wool or pure cotton, wadding or batting instead. And then that's the lining, so that doesn't have any fusible fleece on it at all. Then we're going to mark it up. So I'll show you 2 ways of doing this as well. Because if you've got a ruler with a 60-degree line on it, this makes it a lot easier. If you don't, I'll show you another way of doing this. So I'm going to use a Sharpie pen to mark on this one, because it's not going to show through the fleece. If you have an erasable ink pen, which I haven't got, oh there it is, then I'd use that on the back of your lining fabric. Don't use a Sharpie on the back of this because it'll soak straight through and you'll see it from the other side. I've actually got a circle template, but a plate would be absolutely fine. And if you've got a 10.5-inch plate, doesn't really matter. If you've got a 9.5-inch plate, it doesn't have to be an exact 10-inch circle. But that's what I did. Or just make a microwave. So I've not actually made one for a microwave, so I'm not going to recommend it. But I use everything natural. Cotton, I wouldn't use polyester thread, and I wouldn't use polyester wadding. I'd use a natural one. So we need to find the centre point. So let's fold this in half. Doesn't matter which way around the pattern is. And I'm just going to mark the edges here. You can't crease this, so it will have to be marked. Like so. And I'm going to draw a line straight across. And then I'm going to fold these 2 lines together. And just mark where the centre is here. Then if you've got your 60-degree ruler, you're going to put the 60-degree mark here onto that centre point that you've just made and draw a line straight across. And then do the same on one of these lines. So there's my 60 degrees. That goes over the centre mark and draw straight down. H250, Jackie, is like a much lighter weight, more like interfacing that you'd use for clothing. So you could use that on the wrong side of, you know, like I was saying, using a floppy fabric like viscose to make it a little bit stiffer or sturdier. If I wanted to make, not necessarily a bag, I don't think it'd be thick enough, but if I wanted to make that a little bit more stable for using for a cushion cover or something like that, that's what I put on the back. But it's not actually very much thicker than this. H640 is a polyester foam, not a foam, it's a fleece. So it's non-woven, it's like a little bit like felt, but it's only that thick. So you want something that is quite firm. You could use a deck of a light, I wouldn't use a heavy because we're going to put darts in. I think that's going to be a little bit too stiff. Okay, so that's one way of marking out. It's like a pie chart. The other way, if you don't have that, just bring up my ironing board, is to again fold your fabric in half, and we're going to crease across here. Hi Christine. Okay. Oh, Amanda, you can have cotton wadding, wool wadding, bamboo wadding, silk wadding. You could, if you have a look actually on, I think at the Cotton Patch website, they do samples. So you can actually buy a whole bundle of different types of wadding, and they explain what they are and what they do. So that's quite a nice idea. Right, so that's in half there. And then we need to mark the thirds. So literally, let's mark the centre bit. So from the centre, fold this in one direction and then fold in another direction, and just kind of arrange them so that all of those pieces are even. Does that make sense? So I need to go over by a third and over by a third, and if they don't match up and become exactly the same size first time, then you can kind of rearrange them and then press that. Jules, we're making a bowl today. And then when I open it up, there's all my lines, and you will need to draw these on as well. Morning, Kat, just got in from work. You're working a night shift. So I'm using a heated erasable pen and the fabric's warm. So again, we'll just go over all of these. And I'm using a friction pen, so it's okay on the back of fabric. Test if you're going to use it on the front. Right, so now we're going to put the darts in. So I'm just looking to see if I've got normally have a smaller ruler knocking around. So along each one of these, I'm going to measure 2.5 inches down. Okay, so 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, and that's going to be the bottom of the dart. 2.5, 2.5, and finally 2.5, 2.5. I'll need to do this on this piece as well in just a second. And then we need to form the shape of the dart up here, and for my bowl I've used 3/4 of an inch to each side of the mark. So that's there and there. Then I'm going to draw a line from there down to the point of the dart, and we need to do this on all 6 sections as well. So 3/4 of an inch to each side. Now this is where, if you want the sides of your bowl to stand up a little bit more, you'll make the dart wider. If you're making a larger bowl, you may want to make that 2.5 inches 3 inches. That's where I think, like I said earlier, if you're going to make this as a template on paper first, you won't be wasting your fabric. If you don't want to make it up and think, well, I wish I'd have made a bigger one. So have a play first of all. Okay, so we're going to do this on each one of those 6 sections, like so. I was going to do some gardening this afternoon. It's going to rain, there's not much chance of that, is there? 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So again, 2.5 inches down each one of those. Hello, oh, Abdullah Rahman, is that right, from Saudi Arabia? Welcome along, nice to have your company today. 2.5, 2.5. So I'm just doing the same as I did on the other one. Janet's going to play golf in the rain. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Do you have a brolly? 2.5, 2.5. And then just to show you that, so that's my 2.5s, and then 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and draw the 2 up. So this is quite time consuming. You don't have to actually draw these lines in. I just thought it made it clearer to show you how we actually do this. So let's speed it up a bit, and I'm just going to put the marks there without drawing the lines. That's entirely up to you. There we go. So that they're nice and even and all the same. It's important that they're all the same so that the seams match up with the lining when we put this together later. Gosh, it's raining everywhere, isn't it? Still a shortage of timber. Oh. Hello Nicole in Trinidad. We're all over the place again today, aren't we? Stargazers in Texas. Right, I've just lost my foot pedal. I heard a clatter earlier on, and I think I knocked it on the floor because I'm actually perched up quite high off the floor here. Right, and then we're going to pinch these so that the line's down the centre and the 2 tops meet, and we're going to sew from the edge of the fabric down to the edge of the point. If you can see it better over here. And when I get to the point, I'm just going to stop with the needle down and just reverse back up the fold. So just like I would do with a dart in a garment. So I've sewn straight down, then just back up a little bit. So again, match those 2 up and sew straight down. And we'll do this with all, actually 12 pieces now, won't we? So this is a nice beginner project as well, I think, because it's quite quick. I've always said if you're teaching somebody or you've got youngsters, you're learning to sew, it's nice to have something quick, because then you're not going to get bored with it. You can produce something very quickly that you're going to be satisfied with. You can give as a gift, you can make as many as you like, you can sell them if you wanted to, and you produce something that's useful, which I kind of like as well. Morning from Connecticut, says Kathleen. Joyce's sun's just come out. Oh, that's no, I didn't mean it that way. The sun has just come out in Surrey, is what I meant to say. Honestly. Oh, Sue's just joined the Half Yard Club. She's been sewing dragons, bears, elephants and bags, and she's thrilled. Oh, thank you, Sue. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's that Half Yard Club is something that is actually, and everyone that works on it is very passionate about it, but it's something that's very dear to our hearts, and it's lovely because it's so personal. We get to know you, and you post your pictures and comments and things like that. It's a lovely place to be. Oh, I forgot one. So you can see the shape of the bowl coming together now. Like so. It's really varied as well. If you haven't had a look, have a look. In fact, if you go to my website, to the Debbie Shaw Sewing one, and go to offers, bobbin thread, then if you click on the offers page, there's a link to the Half Yard Club, so you can have a look around it there if you like. This month's project is the laptop bag you see behind me, and that is in 2 sizes, so you get all your patterns. There's a video to go with that as well. It's quite an epic video. I think it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes long, but there's a lot going on with that bag. And then your second project is a little bit of Seminole patchwork, and that's a draft excluder. Leslie's made 4 backpacks. From Wells in Chester, just made it. Oh, hello Janet, welcome along. So have we got anybody else that's new this morning wants to come and say hello? It'd be nice to hear from you. Is it first time watching? Got any questions? Got any requests? Come and let me know. Sam loves the Half Yard Club. Right. Christmas fabric. Oh, that's a nice idea, Helen. Christmas fabric bowls for nibbles and the like. That's a lovely idea.
Coffee.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, I'm all on my own today.
Oh, right, okay. Where is everybody?
It's raining everywhere else. I think we're the only people with sunshine at the moment.
Really?
Gardening. Gardening. That's the only thing with the summer and the combination of rain and sunshine. The weeds love it, don't they? I'm trying to get to the stage where we've got one of those gardens that's just got so many plants in it, there's no room for any weeds. That's the plan. It doesn't always work. Bread rolls, nice idea as well. Hello, Darlene. Louise is in Malaysia. Hello to you too. Leslie wants a hot chocolate this time. Don't know if we've got any hot chocolate. We don't normally do hot chocolate. It's gone again. It's all talk, is there? It comes in offering you stuff and then never delivers. Hello from Morgan in Queensland, says Kathleen. So is it Kamar? What's Kamar's creations? What kind of things do you make? Is that sewing or is it crafting, or what do you do? Hello Ramali, welcome back again. So that's your bowl. Now at this stage, if you wanted to make those darts bigger, then you can just go with them. So if you wanted your bowl to be a little bit more upright, then you can do. The bag behind me with the green top, that is a bag that Sheena made for me from my Half Yard Bags and Purses book. I think it's got a Moroccan feel in the book, but yes, she just made up some samples for me. Oh, Yvonne's making a quillo. So all I'm going to do is do exactly the same with the lining pieces. So we're going to have 2 pieces that are exactly the same. Oh, Provençal lavender in the bedroom. That's what Michelle's going to use hers for. I have a paradise for birds and bees and a hiding zone for cats. Oh, that's actually a nice garden, isn't it, Sarah? Love to see bees in the garden. Carmel from Surrey, first time here. Hello, welcome along. We're here every week when it works. Actually, I've invested in a booster, so it seems to be doing the trick. Oh, Karma. Do lots of things. Knit, crochet, spin sew. Is that sewing when you're on a bike? Embroidery, beading, junk journaling. I don't know what spin sewing is. Tell me what spin sewing is. That sounds really interesting. Chance we don't show. I'm making a child's reading pillow. That's quite a nice idea. I do have a reading pillow in one of the books, in Half Yard Kids. Oh, Caroline, shall we do that next week? I'm trying to get ahead, because normally whatever I'm making either on a Wednesday or a Saturday, I tend to come up with the day before. So I was actually saying to Gary this morning, it'd be nice to actually tell you what's coming up, because I don't know myself at the moment. So let's make that a plan. I know my daughter Kim has made a reading cushion. I think that's on her blog. But we could do one live, couldn't we? It'd be quite easy. We'll do that next week. Right. So I've just got 2 exactly the same. Right, then we're going to sew these two together. So one of them needs to be inside out and one of them needs to be the right side out. It doesn't matter which, as long as the right sides are together. And we want to match up the seams like so. So I'm not worried about squishing them flat or anything like that. I'm going to push them in opposite directions and that's going to be absolutely fine. And then we'll sew around the top. Your mid-month project is on the shelf over there that you can't see. It's behind the daffodils and it's, oh, I'll tell you what I should do. It's a table runner. No, it's not. It's a draft excluder. But I've taken, so it's ever so easy because I've taken one of the designs from your Seminole quilt, which is the domino one, which is that one. And I've made it longer and made it into a draft excluder. I don't know about you, we use draft excluders all year round because we live in quite an old place. I think it's about 150 years old. This is all stone and drafty and everything. But even when it's quite warm, there's still a draft comes under the front door. So we have draft excluders all over the place. So it's just a different idea as to what you can do with. Are you making this as well? In fact, has anybody? I'd love to see your picture. I haven't seen any pictures of this so far. So come and let me know how you're getting on with it. If you haven't seen it before, if you hadn't had a go, all of this, well, it's been made by my mate Melissa, who's a very clever quilt designer, and she's used fat quarters. So I've had a few people saying that your fabric's wider than fat quarter, cut it down to fat quarter size before you start, and then you'll have the perfect amount of fabric for all of these, but that's explained in the instructions anyway. So yeah, I just thought I'd do something different. So that's it, that's what it's going to be. But if you haven't seen this before, isn't that gorgeous? It's huge. It's a bed runner, or it could be a table runner, and you know, it looks ever so complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's one of those projects where the penny kind of drops. Oh, that's so easy. Why didn't I think of that? Because everything is just made from sewing together strips and then cutting them at different angles to produce these amazing designs. So this is Half Yard Club project, if you wonder what I'm talking about. And every month you'll have instructions for one of these. So by the end of the year, you've got 12 altogether. You'll be able to make up the complete thing. So that's from the Half Yard Club. So again, have a look around. Join for free for a month if you like. If you go to the Half Yard Sewing Club website, I'll put a link in after we've finished. And nearly knocked my coffee over. And go to sign up, then just looking for something to put my coffee on because it stains the table. I keep it warm as well. And then put in the code WELCOME in capital letters, then you'll get a free month so you can have a look around. Oh, shiny. Or post a picture of what you've got so far. The dog thinks so. That's a point, Amanda. Tell us the name of the site that sells sample waddings. I'm sure it's the Cotton Patch. I'm sure it's Cotton Patch. I haven't looked at it for a while, but they did used to do the samples. It's ever so easy, Lisa. Actually, it's not complicated at all. Post pictures. It'd have to be on Facebook, Amanda, or on the Half Yard Club website. You can put things on there as well. We do ship to the States, Darlene. It can be quite expensive, I'm afraid, but we do. We've got quite a few customers over there, don't we, Nancy? She's watching. So yes, we do. Right, so I'm just going to sew around the top. I'm not going to pin. And actually, something I wanted to share with you as well. Let me show you. When you're using wadding like this, I don't know why, but it seems to sometimes make the fabric shrink a tiny bit. Now that's fine because they meet up. But as you're going round, if you find, actually that's okay, isn't it? When I made the previous one, I found that the wadding fabric was a little bit smaller, so just ease it and make it fit. So just pull these together. See, that's a little bit short there, isn't it? Can you see? So that needs to just pull it. It's not going to gather it or anything, and just make those seams meet because we really want those to meet. It'll look so nice. So let's stick it under here and just sew all the way around. That's the one. Thanks, Alison. Just for the wadding though, you're going to come back to us for fabric, aren't you? That's all right then. Need to leave a gap as well in one of the sides, only a couple of inches or so, just so I can turn it the right side out. And I'm using quite a narrow seam allowance, so no more than about 1/4 inch. So there's my gap. And carry on. Oh, apparently the cotton patch are out of stock. We have got some eco-friendly wadding coming in soon in 2 metre pieces. 2 metres is huge. I think it's 170 wide and 2 metres long. We need to get it packed up. Right. And try and keep this line nice and smooth as you go around the curves as well, because this is going to create the shape of the top of it. Make the laptop bag. Yeah, that's from, as Amanda said, that's from the Half Yard Sewing Club. So it's a members project. You need to be a member of the club to get the pattern and everything for that. Yes, Sarah. Any of the projects, any of the fabrics that are on my website, the branded ones you can't sell, but that's nothing to do with me. If it was up to me, you can do what you like with them. But any of the other fabrics, yes, just make what you want and sell it. Could you occasionally do more of a tutorial on how to insert a zip? Yes, Annabelle, that's a nice idea. Maybe, do you watch on a Wednesday? So maybe on a Wednesday we could do that. How to insert a zip. Insert. I shall put some thought into it. But yes, that's a good idea. Kerry's got a bamboo handle. We've still got some of those bamboo handles left. That's the circular bag that's at the back. There's not very many bamboo handles left, and they take weeks to get here. But we do have a few. Right, left my little gap there. Look, so I'm going to turn this the right side out. Like so. Curtaining, that's a good idea, Lisa. Oh, that is a good idea. Monsel is that, Connie? Monsel! 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 Get off the keyboard and just let Connie watch, will you? Did that work? That was my harsh voice. A mug cosy, that is a good idea, Debbie. I don't know whether it's a work or not, and obviously don't put it in the microwave, but you know, the thermal fleece you can get, that would make a nice mug cosy, wouldn't it? The bag on my right, which one? Which bag? Which bag is it? The one that is all of the fabrics are available. I think they're all on the website. I don't think we've sold out of any of those. Half Yard Bags and Purses. Yes, that's Half Yard Bags and Purses, yes. Video where I made a patchwork bag with a zip using 2-inch squares and 1/4 screw. Janet, it is on YouTube. If you go to, as you're there now, under my name it says videos. If you click on that, all the videos I've made will come up. And just put patchwork in there in the search engine, and it's definitely there. Ciao, Louisa. Right, I'm just going to press around the top of this. I'll show you what I've done. We could do a mug cozy. The thing is with these sessions, that's where I ran out of bobbin thread. So I'm not going to iron that at the moment. I'm going to put that dart back in again. The bag on the other side, the one that looks like roses. Oh no, we don't have that one anymore, I'm afraid. That's quite an old one. That was a Half Yard Club project, but no, we don't have any stock of that one. Right, let's turn this back out, inside out, and put that dart back in. Where was it? So it's not the end of the world if you miss a bit, is it? Yeah, I was saying that the thing is with these sessions is I always do something that's quite quick and quite easy, because we've only got an hour and we do talk a lot, don't we? And it doesn't need a pattern. So Megan, if you're watching, the ironing cover that you sent me a picture of that you'd like me to make needs a pattern, and of course we can't do that if anyone wants to to make what I'm making here. So yeah, mug cozy would be a nice, I should write these down, shouldn't I? I'll remember that one. But that's the kind of thing we like to do on a Saturday morning. More about the chat, I think. A crossbody bag. Crossbody bag could be I haven't got it here. I thought I did one, that canvas one. But yes, we could do that. The smaller the turning hole, the less stitching you have to do to close it, but the more difficult it is to turn it all through. There we go. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Honestly. Maunzel has left now. Frightened him to death. Okay, let's give this a press. It's very creased up now. So I'm just going to iron the top of this. Actually, it's quite nice, I think, when you see a little bit of one fabric rolling over the other. It kind of gives it a bit of an outline. So I think I might do that. Using the wallet frame. I don't know if we've got any wallet frames left, Mandy. Right. So I'm pressing the seams, pressing around the top. I'm going to give it a little spray, actually, if I can find my best press. A wine glass coaster where the bag. I was looking at those the other day. I made one in Half Yard Vintage. Because I was going back through some of the books, thinking I'll make something from one of the books, and those are nice for Christmas, actually, aren't they? If you've got guests coming round. You can make them personal. Morning, Heather. Have a great weekend yourself as well. All cotton fabric, thread and batting, wadding, folding, microwave. Oh, Joel, have you made that? I was saying earlier on, I've not made them for a microwave, but I would recommend that you use everything natural. Ironed and didn't go flat after washing. That's using interlining. And she says it's cheap too. That's our Lisa. Right, so when I come to the join, hiya Bob, I'm just going to fold the edge, that's a bit hot, just going to fold the edge in, and then I'm going to top stitch around the top. Oh, I wish I had Bob Cam. Oh, mind you, I don't know if my daughter's watching this morning. But the opposite end of the studio here is Kim's area. That's where she does her filming, and it's ever so nice, actually. It's a lot prettier than this end because she's got a window and she's got curtains and she's got plants hanging down and she's got a dress form over there and a table and a sofa. Need to put a cover on the sofa, Kim. She loves it. The box on, now that's my right, that box down there, I think you mean. No, we've got those for sale on the website. Those are sewing boxes. So no, I didn't make that. I'm not that clever. Right, so I've got that. And I'm just going to sew all the way around the top. Nice thing with these little irons, you can get right in there, can't you? Really give things a good old press like that. If you don't have a mini iron, if you do have a tailor's ham, would be quite useful for getting in there. Right, so I'm just going to top stitch close to the top around the edge. Oh, it does coordinate, doesn't it? Never thought about that. Sarah says, how posh? I'm very posh, you know, we're very posh at Short Hours. We're all very posh here. No, Four Seasons. Kim is actually Kimberly Hind. Hind. Shaw is my my stage name. I've had a few real names, but my work name has always been Shaw. Do you want to know why? My maiden name was Bagshaw, and I've probably told you this before. When I first went into this industry in 1977, the first agent I went to see said that I would never get any work with a name like Deborah Bagshaw. it had to be something a little bit more glamorous. So she changed my Deborah to Debbie and knocked the bag off the bag Shaw. So from then I've always been Debbie Shaw. I'm Deborah at home. Gary calls me Deborah. My friends call me Deborah. But for work it's Debbie. It just kind of stuck. So I must have told you before, because when we first went live on YouTube, somebody said, hello, Deborah. I wish I hadn't changed it. I wish I'd have kept it now, but when you're only 17 and you've got an agent and you're going into this big glamorous world, you kind of do as you're told, don't you? But Minnie, I got married in 77. I got married the first time in 79. Aren't we old, Linda? Unless you were 12 when you got married. Yeah, Vicky, I think Christmas fabric would be really nice. Susan went to live and work in Saudi Arabia in 77. Wow. Karen, now you could use Bosal for it, but where I made the darts, I'd actually cut the V shape out because it's going to be really, really thick and a little dart like that. Bagshaw. That's what I've thought that before, because doesn't Bagshaw or anything with with Shaw on the end of your surname means maker of? So yeah, maker of bags is what my name translates as. Use my travel allowance I bought years ago with Green Shield. Yes, oh Sylvia, I remember Green Shield stamps. My mum and dad used to give them to us as pocket money, and I can remember buying a transistor radio, and my sister bought a camera. We went into Nottingham on Maid Marian Way. There used to be a big Green Shield stamp shop. It was so exciting. You'd go in there with your little book and kind of cash them in, and I did this. I felt so grown up. I must have been about 13. So a little black transistor radio with an aerial poked up, and I can remember listening to Radio Luxembourg under the covers because I was supposed to be asleep, but listening to the overnights on Radio Luxembourg. Oh, I tell you what else we used to do as well. Do you remember your first ever telephone? Again, I'd be about that age when we had our first phone. We were quite late, and of course they weren't mobile then. You were wired into them, and they were big chunky things, and with a dial on the front and everything. And I can remember Radio Luxembourg did a competition where they played songs backwards, and you had to guess what they were. And I knew what it was, and I can remember getting up in the middle of the night and sneaking downstairs and picking up the phone. And there was a big buzz when you picked the phone up and dialing it. And my mum came down and played Merry Hell with me. Oh, I went way back then. Gosh, Radio Luxembourg transistor radios and Green Shield stamps. Yeah, Green Shield stamp. Listen to Luxembourg under the covers in bed. I used to love radio. It was I don't know, it felt very naughty listening to Radio Luxembourg. It was illegal then, wasn't it? Because weren't they, what did they call them? They're out on a boat somewhere, weren't they? Yeah, Maureen says Radio Luxembourg, fancy. Oh, I love these chats, we get all nostalgic and go back in time. Remember Love Beads? I was talking to Kim about it, actually. Lisa, you'll always be younger than me. Age is only a number, like good wine, we get better. There you go, yeah, I'll agree with that. Chris was having babies in the 70s. Pirate radio, that's it, Jean, because they're on boats, weren't they? Yes, pirate radios. Honestly, so I was talking to Kim because I'm thinking about doing a fabric design which is 1970s inspired, and Kimberly, although was not even a twinkle in the 70s at all, and by no stretch of the imagination, was very much into 1970s music, and that kind of era, and the way that we used to dress and the way we looked and all that kind of thing. So I had quite a nostalgic chat with somebody that was born 20 years later. But yeah, we were talking about love beads, and she says, well, they're really fashionable now. Are they? Love beads? I might get some. Should we get some? Should we all get love beads? Let's wear love beads. Radio Caroline, that was another one. Yes, Green Shield stamps. Mary got a Kenwood mixer and 2 suitcases. Oh, honestly, what do you remember buying stuff out of catalogues as well? I know that was that didn't finish quite so long ago, but That was great fun, wasn't it? You know, a big thick Freeman's or Kay's catalogue or something, and just flick through and order stuff. And anyway, my bowl's finished. So that's it. And again, it is reversible. You can turn it the other way out, like so. 70s. Oh, do you remember the change as well from 70s flares to Oxford bags? So you'd have like, I can remember when I was very young, we called them flashers. So you'd put like a godet in the side of, it was called a godet at the time, into the side seam of your jeans. So from the knee down, you'd split the side seam and then put a triangular piece of fabric in. So they'd really flap around. Remember balloons? They'd really flap around when you were walking. And then when the fashions changed, original Beatles fabric, well, Cathy, must be worth a fortune. Ooh. They went from being really flared at the knee to really flared from the hip. So remember waistbands that deep and lots of buttons down the front, and then skin tight around your hips, and then they just went, and then pockets on the sides as well. Judy got her first sewing machine from a catalogue. Oh, you did rent your radio rentals, yes. Purple loons Mary had. Oh, are you with the bee's knees, Mary, I'm reckoning. We kind of do this, Jenny, don't we? We start off doing a bit of sewing and talking about sewing, and then end up travelling back in time. Pirate channels, that's it, Dawn. Oh, and the wider the better. The idea, Jean, wasn't it, that the bottom of your trousers is wider than your waist. Bernie's love beads snapped and scattered on the disco floor. Witches' hats. Oh, and Donny Osmond. Miniskirts or hot pants and maxi, all and white plastic boots. Nice age to be though, Patricia. I wonder what, when Kim's older, when Kim's my age, and because she'll be sitting here. Amanda, if you go to the actual project, there's a section. Bear with me, and I'll see if I can because I haven't got the page up. And I'll see if I can show you on the Half Yard Club. Sorry, Amanda's asking where you can post pictures on the Half Yard Club webpage. Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be like for Kim when she's nostalgic talking with her friends. Because she'll be doing this one day. When she's really standing in my shoes and taking over, she'll be doing this. And she'll be talking about, I suppose, new romantics, wouldn't it be? That kind of era when she was younger. Do you remember wearing frilly shirts, she'll be saying, and big hair, I'm imagining. Right, let me see if I can show you this. This might not work. Oh, there we go. So this is the Half Yard Sewing Club. So let's sign in. I'm all right with that. Come on, in we go. There we go. Sorry, that ran a bit slow. So this is the club. That's the home page, and we're logged in. So this is the Distance project. That's the laptop bag. That's the Domino's block of the month for this month, and that's what we're using to make the draft excluder with. The farmhouse toy box is more actually about the applique than the box. That was for last month as well. You've got a bonus wax sandwich wrap from one of my books as well. But if you go on to actual projects, so let's go sewing projects. And so it's running slow. That's not the website, that's my internet connection. And let's go down to, let's go Daphne the Dragon, because I know she's been really popular. So just click on view project, and then down here it says show us your project. So you can drag and drop to upload the images there. And these are they. So this is what you've been sending in. Come on. And I love to, oh, that one's got a tongue, look. I love to see these. I love to see kind of your interpretation. Oh, that's just the same as mine. Oh no, pink feet. Of what I've been making, because you will put your own spin on it, don't you? The fabrics that you choose and the way that you change the, oh, look at those two. They're so sweet. So that's one of the secondary projects from the club. We'll have to have a look at those and turn them around the right way. How do I get off that then? Don't think your boxes are working properly. Let me see if I can go back. Sorry if you just joined us and you're looking at a blank screen. There we go. I wonder if anyone's, let's have a look. Anyone's posted on these yet? Oh yes, there you go. Look, that's what you've been making. So that's your versions of. Oh, I should look on here more often, shouldn't I? So that's that. Just while you're there as well, let me show you things like tips and techniques, because this is being added to all the time. Some of these are videos and some of them are pictures. There's quite a few videos on there actually. And we've also got the Ask a Member. I try and get on here every day, but if I don't, then somebody else answers your questions anyway. She can marry Jackie daughter, realise the second is she'll have birthday presents from Debbie Shaw Designs. Oh, thank you. Anyone having problems buying from our, no, you won't do now. Trying to make, I see that this one wanted a bit of help. So I've answered that one, Julie's answered that one as well. What's the purpose of jojoba oil in the wrap? So anyway, that's questions and answers. And oh, that's about it, isn't it? Oh, you've got discounts on my books as well. If you go to the SearchPress website, in fact, if you click on them, there's a code there to use and you can get a discount as well. You do need to be a Half Yard Club member to do that. But you can get 30% discount off my website if you do that. So I hope that's helped. Right, are we up to date there? I think so. Fur body warmers. My mother always used to wear a body warmer. It wasn't a furry one. Anne, I've just knocked a load of stuff off. If you, in fact, while I'm here, let me put this email address on. If anybody, I did say earlier on, if you weren't watching, if anybody has any problems, if you are a member of my previous Debbie Shaw Sewing website, if you're having any problems logging in to the new Debbie Shaw Sewing website, email customer services at debbieshawsewing.com and we'll sort you out. Let me put that on Facebook as well. Customer service, oh no, customer service, sorry, I put an S in there that shouldn't be there. Customer service at debbieshawsewing.com. Let me put that on YouTube because I've got that one wrong. And we'll help to reset your passwords for you, okay? I don't want that. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. That. That's the one. What is the bag on the top shelf over your right shoulder? That's another bag from Half Yard Bags and Purses, as a matter of fact. I'll just put this. I'll just put that on YouTube as well while I'm here. Customer service at debbieshawsewing.com. Yeah, so drop me an email or drop the customer service team an email and we'll I had to change my password to say, yeah, you'll need a new password to sign into the new website. It's a completely different server, completely different provider. So although we can carry over the email addresses, we can't carry over your passwords for security reasons, so you will have to reset them. If you're having any problems resetting them, then let me know and I can reset that for you if that's okay. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, we got you sorted, didn't we? Okay, I think we're about done. So I shall see you on Wednesday if you're around then. Let me just see where I am under here. There we go, up to date. Thank you, Lisa. I'll see you again next week. Ruler quilting. I haven't, I've had not a lot of ruler quilting, to be honest. I don't do a lot of quilting, to be honest. Most of the things I make are either for books, though there's a bit about ruler quilting in my quilting book, or for projects. So I don't tend to do a lot of quilting projects. It will be, Sarah, 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. What time was it, Mary? 4 o'clock. And hopefully we will be on YouTube and on Facebook as well. It went all right today, technically wise, didn't it? Which is rather good. Yes, I'll see you 4 o'clock then. Otherwise, we'll be here at 11 o'clock next Saturday morning. So nice to have a chat with you, and nice to have a trip down memory lane as well. I love that. And I will do the video of the bowl on its own for the people that don't like it in just a second. But otherwise, I shall see you again next week. So you take care. I shall see you soon. Bye bye.